Do we report to the goblin? I think we finish our investigation with Viskin first. Races of Thievery. I think I was supposed to have them on before I checked the hand. How'd they move the corpse here? The so-called duck. Viskin and him performed a corpse retrieval. A real man. It was an impressive feat of magic to keep it intact despite its short journey. Take a closer look. Moving into the Lich House's caused some minor scuff marks, but nothing major. There's a gentle riposte cast on it. That's how it survived the journey in one piece. Alright. Here's another mind expansion spell. I really want to steal that, but my dexterity sucks. Engage. I can't just tell him I'm suspicious of him and his helpers. What should I do? Spy on them. Alone. In the deep of night, lonesome cleric. They will meet. You shall join. I should spy on them? Perhaps, or perhaps you simply have a good shot. Return here at midnight without your companion. That will reveal all. Sounds like it could backfire. Perhaps. You'll find out soon. Tell me the dead elf. Yes, cleric. There are a few points to go over. 6 points of interest to be precise. He hands you a piece of paper with the points on them. Tell me which points you would like to go over. Oh boy, you have control. You like this. The goblin groans. Don't give him choices. We'll be here forever. Go from 1 to 6 in order. Begin with the least interesting. That will keep you engaged for the most susceptible information gathering. Who cares? Just go through the boring list as quickly as possible. Point 1. The transfer. Yes, it went fine. The body was ruined, of course, but still intact enough thanks to the charring. Gentle repose did what it should. I then had a subordinate carry the corpse wrapped in yum silk, a special fiber material. With minor damage, the transfer was completed. Point 2. Folk identifier. It's an elf, right? Yes, your preliminary assumptions were very much correct. While even the teeth have been ruined, the fangs presented as clear evidence. This is an Ilium elf. One without horns or other bestial alteration. Point 3 just says sex. Yes, sex. Surprisingly difficult to determine in elven folk. Sex would be nice. Not with anyone in this place, though. While funny, this is probably not the best moment to attempt a joke. Oh, you're not asking. You're not asking me? Pale man lifts his dead eyes from his documents for a very, very long time. The goblin is looking away. No, cleric. I'm not. Let us continue. After much consideration, I've established that this was, at the time of death, a female elf. Tragedy. Interesting. Would it be less of a tragedy if it was a male elf? No. The pale man stares at you. I don't like women. I like women. I don't have any strong feelings on women. The biggest lie you've ever told. He says nothing, he just nods and returns to his documents. Will you please just focus on the points? Point 4, mouth intact? It is. Which means you're able to cast Speak with the Dead, cleric. Oh, can't you do that? I am sadly not that powerful nor authorized to handle such magic. The pale man does not want to involve himself. Unless he must. I need some help with that. You know, I'll see what I can do next point. Point 5. Ilium identity. This elf is clearly of Ilium nature. Getting in contact with the embassy would be smart. Or foolish. I'd suggest speaking with Nicholas Darrow on this, Valkyrie. Yeah, that sounds like trouble. That embassy is down the other side of town. Plus, they're not exactly known to be welcoming to inquiries. Point 6. Hens. Yes, they were quite broken when the corpse arrived here. I'm assuming she held something at the time of death. Did you take something out of her grasp, cleric? Yes, a gold chain. What about it? Interesting. I would suggest keeping it in mind as a clue. It was destroyed, sadly. Ah. Interesting. And it held up until that point. He nods. Point 7. The, cause of death? Fire. You don't fucking say. The easy answer is usually the correct one. She was incinerated instantaneously. The final shape of the body informs the judgment. I cannot determine if she sustained any minor damage before, but the way she ended up makes it clear she was moving until the fire erupted. That is all. Point 8 says clerical compensation. No such point, cleric. What else? Drat. Thought he was gonna pay me. The pale man is learning how to handle you. Yeah, I have what I need. Right. Good. Now listen. Speak with Dead is a powerful spell. Does it do what it sounds like it does? More or less. Only 5 questions, but those 5 can be very useful. Necromancers are rare in this city. Some specialized clerics are taught it, but few are powerful enough to know it innately at 3rd level. However, for the lack of a better way to put this, I know a guy. Tell me about this. Oh, can't I get the spell scroll from the towers? As a low-ranking cleric, you can't get access to anything higher than a 1st level spell. It truly and utterly sucks. Can I trust this guy's guy? He wants you to pick up this spell so you can use it on the corpse. So it's in his interest somehow that you get this spell. So yeah, maybe. Look at this guy of yours. His name's Bondevol. He is, or was, an arcanist. A pupil of the Fortress of Verdun, if you believe the rumors. A cursed and evil place you've heard about in the stories since you were a child. Surely, this is a necromancer. A necromancer? Bondevol is a eccentric fellow. You'll find him down in the crypts. Alright, I'll go look for him. Treat him well. He will surely share his knowledge with you. Once you're in the crypts, one of the western coffins has a handle that may be rotated. Do so, then pull. His private area will be revealed. Sounds esoteric. It is in fact an entirely mechanical endeavor. I did not install it myself. Once you've learned Speak with Dead, return and cast it on the corpse. He leans back and nods. That's all. Anything else you need, cleric? Let's go. Wait. Was it Gorm? Guys, did Gorm do it? I didn't even fucking think about... Is it Gorm? He's a paladin. He probably had access to that sweet... necklace. Can I get some slug dog? Give me some slug dog. Give me some slug dog. Give me some slug dog. More slug dog? Of course I love slug dogs. Good. Classical dwarven design used for early earthfolk tombs. The lid is sealed tight, almost built into the wall itself. Examine the coffin. You run your hands along the stone. Cold. Smooth. The carvings are deep, deliberate. Look closer at the carvings. Your eyes trace the symbols carefully. Death. Rebirth. The cycle. Typical dwarven work. A few words of poetry, nothing interesting. Beautiful. It says, Gudaga folk dor inget nget under solin. Along with many other proverbs, each one personalized for the fallen. The coffins must have been close dwarven warriors of earth until their graves were exhumed, of course. Examine the handle. Integrated perfectly into the design. An iron ring serves the grip. Rotate the handle. Grip the carved skull and twist. A soft click echoes from the walls. Something unlocked. Now pull the handle. Handle resists for a moment, then gives way. Revealing a narrow staircase descending into the darkness. Cold air rushes up. Ancient, stale. Smell of old magic. Oh boy! Even deeper, huh? Doom! You scared? I'm not feeble-minded if that's what you're asking. So yeah, I'm fucking scared. He steals himself and grips his sling. Let's go. Uh-oh. Highly decorated skull. Stepping into the hidden tomb, you see a colorful display of twinkling light through a gloomy, dusty air. Yeah, ominous for sure, Bluey. An eerie altar placed on top, a skull with several colorful gems. Valuable too. And shiny, take one. Get it appraised by someone downtown. The skull is a sign of death. Don't touch anything. Got the skull. The second you place your hand on top of the skull, the gems begin to glow. Huh? A blast of necrotic energy fills your veins from your palm to your heart. Holy fuck! Heal! Yes! Jesus Christ. Despite this, you cannot remove the palm. It's glued to the skull. Stop, cleric, stop. Scream and shake the skull. As you do that, a shriek fills the air, followed by a shrill voice. Put me down! After two more shakes, the skull pops out of your palm, the necrotic damage on your flesh is fading. The skull bounces against the wall before stopping suddenly mid-air. As if lifted by an invisible force, the bejeweled skull rises from the altar, its gleaming eyes twinkling in the light, its jaw chattering. The noise causes you to recall death. No. No way. An unending wave of dread falls upon your essence. Earth, protect me. Protect you? Goblin tries to grab you, but he freezes and groans. What the hell? He falls to his knees. You barely stand. I can't move. The dread. You resist it. Heal. The skull's jaw stops chattering. As the noise disappears, you feel in control once more. You wake me for some trifling bullshit? You a trifler, huh? It clicks its teeth together. No, sir, please stop making that sound. I make any damn sound I like, you hear? What's trifling? It's what you're doing, mortal. You're trifling like a trifler. I'm a great wizard, nothing else. Wobble a bit. The skull floats around you, causing you to convulse on the spot. A wizard? It looks you up and down. Ha! You're all but a pup tangled in the strings.
A cleric lost in jaws tangles. A cleric of a dead god.
Holy hells. This thing is terrible. Being close to it ruins your posture.
Your body cannot sustain this undeath.
The skull lets out a howling laughter as it shudders in the air.
I am Necro Lord Boonavol.
Punch the skull.
Necro Lord? That's the title of old Diminor. You've been unfortunate enough to encounter here a remnant of the Arcanist left to decay in this mad form. A demi-lich.
Punch the skull.
Strength really wants me to punch the skull. I could probably hit that if I want to. Viskin sent me. Punch it or Viskin sent me. Punch the skull. It's not good, guys. It's not good. You wind up your fist and you attempt to lock eyes with the gems. You send your arm shaking forwards. Come on, come on. I missed.
Huh? You attempted to strike at me?
The skull lets out a mocking laughter as you recover from your missed attack.
I like you.
What?
Such gusto. You remind me of my old lieutenant. That boy always swung at his superiors. I raised him a double times over, of course of the war.
Stop laughing, I'm trying to kill you, you undead monster. He laughs more.
Kill? Bit too late for that, you whelp. You keep this up, you'll be worthy enough to be raised as a servant one day.
He rattles a laugh, slowly spinning in the air.
Viskin let me know all about your little situation.
Oh, it did? The demi-lich clicks once.
You're not very necromantically entangled, are you?
No, not really, no.
I can see that. You see, I'm not some horny wizard.
The skull drops down and flips around on the table.
I'm a goddamned mage!
You hear the goblin groaning. This lich is surprisingly not a threat. For whatever reason, his intentions are far more sinister. He intends to teach you something.
Trained by the arts of Hagen dim legends, sent to fight on behalf of the greatest empire in the history of Joy's Arsprint. Necrolord is not just some title. It's a calling. A dream. Dream of undead supremacy. One day it will be reached. You're lucky. You're the lucky one here, for I will help guide you to string attunement. A necromantic attunement.
You'll do that for me?
Of course. I owe it to Viskin for one. And for second, I just love spreading the joy of death magic. Any sane man would.
The skull is not going to kill you, but you do have the strength to vanquish a demi-lich like this, so later. Do it later. So, what are you exactly?
You never asked, did you? I'm a terrifying lich, of course.
He does not consider himself decayed, a sign of madness. Got it.
You have to be pretty stupid not to...
How'd you end up like that?
Like what?
So handsome?
Don't kiss ass, cleric. Nobody likes that.
Skull? He goes silent for a few seconds. Clearly a rarity once you get him talking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The demi-lich is probably in denial about the whole being a skull thing. A lich?
That. Long story. I've been around since the 300s.
Oh, that was Divine Era.
No, I'm not that old.
Arcane Era?
Of course! What else?
The skull pauses and rotates, focusing on you.
I'll talk your skin off, cleric.
Please. No.
He clearly loves to talk. Any question you ask, he'll answer. Where did you grow up?
A small village called Creve. We had a barbarian invasions from the Volgani border every year. To protect them, I raised our dead from the village crypts. Those were some bloody battles, I tell you. Took a dozen heads before the message got into their thick giant skulls.
Who taught you necromancy?
A ghost, actually. Wanted a ruin outside of my father's farmstead. Led me to my first spellbook, told me how to pull strings, and fast-tracked my spell accumulation. Her name was Ulina Prax, wonderful crazy harlot.
No need for such foul language.
Those are her words. Uli the crazy harlot. Don't be so sensitive.
The skull does a spin.
She was captured by a high-ranking exorcist after I built my first squadron. Last I heard, she was part of some Free Strider Trades Prince personal collection. Kept her in a bottle. Like she's a genie or something. I would have gone with a fancy box myself. We're done!
Your innards, Chan, having to listen to these strange tales.
What's your greatest accomplishment?
Oh! It's a bit embarrassing, but it's nothing to do with necromancy. Back in the war, I was to receive a big commendation from Dazen. A big event. Big deal. Well, that evening during the reception, I managed to seduce and charm a beautiful young lady. Turns out she was the daughter of Hagen the Arcanist. Can you imagine? So obviously I married her straight away. My father-in-law made sure I got promoted to hell and back over the next decade. Got me deep into the Arcanist circle. To the accident, of course.
What's your greatest necromancy accomplishment then?
Oh, easy. I led the animation of the Draco-Lich.
What's a Draco-Lich? Draco-Lich is a dragon who goes through the act of achieving lichdom, and known to be the most terrifying creatures along the coast for at least 2 reasons. Not known to be alive today publicly. A Draco-Lich?
A Draco-Lich, yes. Emilian Ravand. A child of Isuth. Not one you'd read about in the history books, but she had the spirit, that dragon. Wasn't a regular in the dragon cultist community, but my experience as a lich led them to hiring me. Would have done it for free, honestly.
Let's add a sinister chuckle.
In the end, we succeeded. That was my greatest accomplishment, cleric.
What happened to the dragon?
I obviously won't divulge the secret of Draco-Lichdom, but rest assured that the Emilian went through the hell to achieve her new form. It was a tragedy, what those genie Templars did to her and her army. Otherwise, she should have easily ruled the city or 2 by now.
Genie Templars?
Yes, some crazy warriors out of Kargamesh. It was a big thing 100 years ago. I'm fond of dragons, you know. Mortals. Look up at us gods, look down at us dragons. Just as equals. At least some of the wise ones. Lich is talking all night long, it seems. It's really not worth talking too much about. After myself and my dear wife both had achieved lichdom, I made misplays at politicking, stepped on the wrong foot, so to speak. My entire splinter house got exiled from Hagending Coalition. One thing led to another, yada yada. I ended up as an Ascani. Lord of the Fortress invited me to stay for a while. Did some freelancing. You know, newly divorced dad shit. Once Earth arrived, I ended up working with some paladins. Never met the fellow, but I liked the cut of his jib.
Lord of the Fortress?
Fortress of Verdun. You know, the esoterical, shadowy Miles Wild castle.
Oh yes, that one. Never been.
Can't recommend it. Lord reached out, was looking for necromancers to add some new tricks.
Who is this Lord?
No clue. Paid well. Let me research some crazy stuff going on in there. Still have no idea what the fortress actually is. My professional guess would be that it's an esoteric pocket gone wild. Like a slice of pure negative energy that landed right in a Ascani. Hard to escape its bubble. It's one of the many weird wonders of the coast.
When the fortress opens up, there's always a trove of merchants setting up camp outside the entrance. Many great beasts to encounter and vanquish in that legendary evil dungeon. You should go there someday. Do you have any kids?
dozen or so.
What, really?
My wife, Akalia, or ex-wife, was a prominent member of the MRS, the Majorcrat Reproduction Society. They were at the forefront of women first magics. You know, the kind of stuff that makes the whole childbirthing and rearing business into a cakewalk. I never got along with those hags. They did let me have 2 sons, so that's something.
You implying that sons are better than daughters?
Not really. There's an argument to be made that they're much less of a hassle. But the MRS hags definitely had an agenda, you know. More girls, more members. Not crazy.
Good job, brother.
Thank you. Carly did most of the work, of course, but my contribution should not be forgotten.
Big loads. Certainly. Oh, fucking hell. Oh no. That's fucked. This is a topic. Alright, what happened to your kids?
I think some of them survived the fall. My blood wasn't prominent enough to be lineage persecuted among the free riders. At the same time, it's not like they received any inheritance. Logically, I should have some great-grandchildren scattered around Diminoring. Oh, sorry, what's it called now? Reeds. Stupid name, if you ask me. They should have called it Stradiri or something. That would have been on brand.
Cool, that gives me a better picture of your life.
Enjoy the view.
Tell me about Viskin.
Lovely bastard. I gave him a serious case of testicular torsion once. I can't believe he ever forgave me.
We found out earlier that testicular torsion is a 9th level spell in which you twist someone's testicles so as hard as possible magically. Crazy that these guys have been able to make peace after such a grand spell has been cast. In fact, I don't think I can show it now, but I even got a journal entry about testicular torsion. Pure evil. Constitution, you have my heart. Vanquish this foe now. The man uses testicular torsion strength, he must perish. The skull lets out a maniacal laugh. What the fuck? Why would you ever do that? Just out of nowhere, as a joke? Try to imagine sneaking up behind someone and doing the twirly twist.
No. We had a little war going on, okay? I just left my position at the Fortress of Verdun. It was 30th years, I believe, right before the Earthfolk had begun. Growing quite old. Bold of the River Torna. So I decided to sneak into the city here. That's when I saw him. An old opponent, Viskin. I immediately remembered his ugly mug and his rotten soul engineering.
Just how old is Viskin, then?
No clue. Maybe 100? Or 2? Either way, I decided to kill him, take his place among the mortals of Norvik. A couple of magic duels and assassination attempt later, we're at a stalemate. Although, I'd consider it more as me just getting tired of hunting him down all the time, even his goons. Our battles came to an end, though, when a local vampire started messing with us both. Threatened to expose us, so we joined up. Team of the century, or the decade at least.
You two fought a vampire together?
What an epic duel of shadowy fates!
Skull bounces around.
Together! However, the vampire was easily eliminated. In the aftermath, we decided to work together. Viskin even helped me get his sweet alcove for myself. We share research from time to time, work together, figure out a mystery of,
He stops.
Getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about something else.
Did you turn into a skull in that battle with the vampire?
A skull?
He makes a motion that could be interpreted as a shrug.
I'm a bit bony, but a skull? Don't be preposterous.
A memory-altering spell by Viskin, perhaps? Who was the vampire?
Thomas Darrow was his name.
Oh, he was a Darrow. Wait, is the Darrow upstairs connected to the vampires? The Darrow, the coin lord?
A nobleman, which made it much more dangerous.
He's saying a Darrow was a vampire. Slander, surely. Hopefully.
We cut him down without anyone suspecting a thing. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but who cares?
The mysterious death of Thomas Darrow was written about quite extensively in the magazines, about 15 years ago, back when you were a kid. Ha! Thomas Darrow. So that's what happened to his lost uncle of the Darrow house. What's that about research?
Nothing? That's nothing.
He says nothing more. Alright.
Ask freely, cleric.
What do you think about the tea shop thing?
Nah.
Nothing. Literally nothing. About any tea shop.
I get updates sometimes, I don't know. Fun that it exploded, though.
I don't have an opinion on the explosion itself. I'm not looking into why the explosion happened, and so on, and so on. Well, I wouldn't say it was fun.
Boring. It was probably a rogue wizard, some kind of magical mishap. Whenever the necklace of fireballs was smuggled in from floating cities down to peasants, they always find a way to blow themselves up in some spectacular way. Hilarious!
That used to be common?
Not every day a village exploded in a fireball, but those necklaces were valuable. But sometimes someone smuggled one away from the front lines or a factory floor. I was never too into evocation magic for that reason. Too easy.
He chuckles in a sinister way. Who are you voting for in the election?
It goes against my ideological beliefs to vote. Democracy doesn't work. Never has. Never will.
Why do you say that?
People are just too stupid. On average. Statistically. Magocracy or technocracy might work. Hell, even oligarchy has its uses. Just look at the freestriders. But real democracy is foolish. It might help launch the others, more powerful forms of governance into speed. But real, permanent democracy? A shit show. Just you wait.
Have you seen real democracy in action?
Somewhat. Some pre-archaic states had formal democratic conventions established. They were eaten, consumed by the power of magocracy. They could not handle the rapid changes in extreme strength. More directly controlled governments. The only reason metrocratic power did not stand up at the end of the Coast War is because of Jaws' inebriating ebbing. Terribly annoying.
Ebbing? What?
Of course. Governor of
The
Esoteric Ebb?
He said the name of the game!
He's speaking... Oh, I failed the roll! The lack of powerful magic in our world. The lack of magic?
We can talk about political theory all day, but if the ebbing had not occurred, the Arcanists would still rule the coast. There's no argument to be made about that.
The gods would have stricken you down from your thrones in the end, you know it. Gull lets out a surprisingly hearty laugh.
We'll see once the tide turns.
Oh, sure.
This demi-lich holds much knowledge despite his mad nature. Ask him, what is ebb truly? Some ask if this magical fading could have caused Earth's end. It is not considered very acceptable to inquire in such things, but it is a fair question. I have to ask, what do you think the ebb really is? Demi-lich swirls around in the air before landing down on the altar.
I say, The same thing most rational arcanists said back then when it was first discovered. Or is alive. He's haunting us, taking away what he gave us with his strings. As a joke, or a punishment, or a gift. Who knows? Personally, I'm furious at him. He's indeed still here watching us.
Interesting. Well, that's something. The skull slowly floats up in the air again, waiting for another question. Well, we can try and attune with him. We've got advantages because we know he's lich-like. We tried to punch him, and he told us about the Esoteric Ebb. It's a hard roll. Let's try. Oh! Think. This demi-lich believes himself to be your teacher here. He might be insane, but there is still knowledge to be had if you can decipher it. Hold out hand. Tell me, as best as you can, the School of Necromancy. How do I master it?
Strings are strings. They're equal, but different. You must have seen them a lot. Since you've them running through your flesh in the masses.
I do. And he continues,
String of necromancy becomes that when it intersects with negative energy. Thus it begins to look like flesh to me, for example. I surely have many strings going through my existence, as you do. Except mine are necromantic. Yours,
the skull shakes a bit.
Any others? How do you deal with strings, usually?
When I attune with strings, I twist them.
Ah, so that is how you cast your organized spells, then. Necromancy is special because of that negative energy. Twisting a necromantic string would hurt, naturally. You're anything but not alive. A living necromancer learns to either manage the pain through mutilation, religious fervor, physical numbness, or they learn to cut the string.
Cut?
Everyone uses different terminology. You might have heard it called willing the string or mastering it. It's the step every spellcaster must go through to reach a higher tier of magic. They must learn to manipulate the string's shape.
The shape of the string?
Yes.
It doesn't have a shape, it's just a dot. The skull laughs mockingly.
Why do you think they call it a string then, dumbass? It measures change over time. You might have grabbed and twisted your strings in the moment, but cutting a string means grabbing it independently from all its other parts in the past and in the future. Don't just twist it, separate it from itself.
Of course. To talk about mastering strings, it all makes sense now. The string goes through time. Manipulating it more closely requires it to be twisted only in the now, without the other baggage. Stick out your hand. Yes. Locate a string near both of all the pale. A pale string.
Yes.
Twist it.
Oh, shit.
Open your eyes.
That hurts.
What?
You twisted the string into a cure wounds. You idiot. Hurt like a, what do you say, motherfucker.
I failed? The skull laughs intensely.
You did great, cleric. Or should I say, necromancer. That was a cure wounds for sure, but a necromantic cure wounds. Instead of a cure wounds cast through sissy aberration or hardcore flesh-melding transmutation, you now managed to simply remove the negative energy to reach the same conclusion. Healing. Although yes, it did hurt like hells, since negative energy obviously is kind of my thing here as a glorious lich.
Ah, so I mastered necromancy?
An overstatement perhaps, but you should be able to cast one spell. The one you're looking for at least. Speak with dead.
Finally. That's great. It'd be extremely useful for the case, obviously. The skull nods.
You want the spell scroll?
What's the catch? Skull widens his jaw, then coughs up a tiny spell scroll onto the altar. That's disgusting.
What is?
You had the scroll inside yourself.
No, I didn't. It was inside my pocket, clearly. What, are you stupid? Take the damn scroll!
He's not aware of his demi-lich form. How sad. Fascinating, more like it. Let him live his life. More like, unlive it. Grab it. Did you just instantly memorize a scroll after it flew out of the skull's mouth? Degenerate.
You've earned it, my evil apprentice.
As long as you use it for selfless goals, there's no evil in such magic. Probably. Glorious, another tier of magic unlocked. Even if it's a 3rd level spell, this will surely lead to greater things in the future.
Have any other questions? Go ahead.
Speak with the dead, that's 5 questions, right?
Yes, indeed. Plus the spell does not allow the spirit to learn anything new. Just literally animates a simile of the creature. An extraction tool, not a way to learn information.
So if a dead person is being targeted by a speak with dead and then resurrects, that person will not remember the questions or answers it gives?
Not one bit. Except, of course,
Yeah?
there have been recorded instances of it happening. Rare. Very rare. But only creatures entangled so heavily in the strings of jaw, their spirit itself grows tenuous, so to speak. If the spirit lives entirely within the strings, then theoretically it could listen in the speak with dead conversation. That's entirely based on conjecture, along with some instances I've encountered during my necromantic studies. Nothing to base a worldview on. Wouldn't you say?
Interesting.
Indeed. Good job on this. I can see you have an extreme talent for handling strings, beyond what I've seen in many youngsters. Love to watch you burn out a battlefield among hags and legionaries.
Skull lets out a crazed laughter while spinning around in the air.
Anything else you want?
I'm going now. Goodbye, Bundeville. Thank fuck. His voice is hard to do and hurts me. I regret picking that voice, but it was a good Bundeville voice, so I had to stick with it. It hurt me, but it was worth it, I think. Okay. We've got Speak with Dead. We have to hit level 3 before we can cast it though, so... We're pretty close. We only need like... 85 XP. The big snail! He's free with his snail babies! Hang on, I gotta cast Speak with Animals. Rival? Can I steal from the snail? I don't want to steal from the snail. That's stupid. Why am I trying to steal from the snail? Behold. It looks at you with its stalky eyes. You stand in the root's chamber. Cast Speak with Animals. No reason to cast that spell. Lord Reckham has moved here with his family. Several smaller snails cluster around the massive patriarch.
The air is cold. Frigid even.
As you approach, the great snail's eye stalks focus on you. Making sound both faint and loud at once. Cast Speak with Animals. Clicking sound transforms into words as your spell takes hold.
Little friend, you freed us.
Lord Reckham's voice is slow, deliberate. You're welcome, Lord Reckham.
Grateful. We are, my children. They thank you.
The smaller snails click in unison. How are you feeling?
Warm. Warmer. The cold sleep fades. Soon we move again.
Will you stay here?
For now, yes. This place, it is good. Moisture, darkness, peace. We will stay.
Do you need anything?
No, little friend. You have given enough. We are content.
That's all I wanted to say.
Little guy deserves reward.
The giant snail slowly unveils something shiny from its mouth.
Treasure of family.
You get your hands on a slimy gemstone. Yeah!
We are eternally grateful.
Snell glares at the giant gem. Then he gives you a thumbs up. Thank you, Lord Rackham. Break the spell. The world fades back into the clicking. Slow, rhythmic, peaceful. They seem comfortable here. Yeah, the roots had good moisture levels and it's cold enough for them without being too cold for us. Sage Leaf is less than thrilled, but she's allowing it for now. Count the smaller snails. You count them, carefully. 5? No, 6 smaller hail snails. His escargotoir. His children. All freed from hibernation. Have a good one, Lord Rackham.
Yeah, big snail bud.
More XP too. Hey, how you doing? Oh, she's got nothing new to say. Bombers are reclaiming the tunnel to the east. It's gotten real hot down here. I wonder if I report to the goblin if I'll get a bit of XP. I guess there's no harm in trying. It's only 2 PM, so maybe we just go into the southern tunnels for a little bit and just see if we can just like snatch up just like a tiny bit of XP somewhere. What's this? A stone mural stands before you. White main craftsmanship. 3 serpentine figures carved painted into the surface. Each coiled and intertwined with the others. Step closer. Colors are faint. Still greens and reds and yellows.
A tingle. This is connected to the city. The wall. Listen.
Examine the serpents. 3 distinct figures. Each with different coloring. Top serpent has sharp teeth, predatory. Middle one appears more serpentine, elegant. Bottom one has unusual markings. What's the meaning behind the mural? Basic religious art. Nothing interesting. This was a sacred image. Further down the path, there should be an actual temple. Find it, learn about these noble creatures. What do you make of this wonderful artwork? The freaky serpentine picture. He shrugs. There's a ton of these all over the place. You either got snail memorabilia or these lion-style pieces. Nothing else? I'd say 90%. From what I learned in school, it's snails first, lions, trolls, then humans. He smirks. Then goblins, of course. Don't you dare stage a coup. You can't stop me. The goblin laughs. Do what you do. And let's keep moving. The southern tunnels are filled with scary shit. Touch the carvings. The stone is smooth, cool. Worn by time. Still detailed. Try to listen to the wall.
You tense your body. The gut squeezed. The ears aligned.
Speak with the wall. Come on. Oh, natural 20! You sense it. This is the second wall. This is the second wall. Two walls that we've got to talk to. Holy. Once more the voice carries through, faint and hoarse.
Deep within and without.
Ah, time for this again. Great. Is it Chansey again?
Yes.
The voice of the wall is monotone and brittle.
As if it could snap at any point.
Why do I keep talking with you, Chansey? Do you live in every wall in the city?
No.
What are you?
Nothing.
I remember you saying something like that before. No answer. Do you have something to tell me? Yes. There's one thing to say. Wait. There's no response to your waiting? What kind of thing?
A message.
What kind of message? The crack fades.
You must go deeper.
Deeper than the city below?
Deep.
On the overlook where the bane of my people watches over the great flip. The bane of your people. What's the great flip? She? There she has asked for you. She? As in, Eumestra?
Yes.
Where exactly?
The Bane below.
That's vague, you know.
By the flip.
The flip. A popular tavern on the border between housing and the palace. It's built around the old temple and a stable esoteric pocket inside, one causing the upper half of the chamber to be gravity flipped. Quite cool to dine in the ceiling. Oh man, I think I'm gonna find a whole nother city yet.
On the overlook.
Does this overlook happen to be another wall?
Yes.
So we need to go talk with another wall.
Yes.
You're obviously already proficient at it, so you might as well. Okay, I'll go find Eumestra.
Okay.
The crack disappears as quickly as it esoterically came to. Then, silence. I'm not sure what kind of strange derailment this is, or how it's connected in any way, but... There's a tea shop, but... Fuck it. I'm actually intrigued now. Let's see if we can find this lady on the wall.
This is it. You have found yourself a hidden side quest.
Conversations with walls have never been so productive. You'll uncover great secrets by following this lead. It has nothing to do with the rest of your missions here, but if you wish to grow your esoteric knowledge, this is exactly the path to tread. Time to go find the next wall in this wall-talking quest of mine. That's twice we've got to see and chat with Chansey the Wall. I like him. I know, what do you guys think about Chansey the Wall? Is this Chansey? No, this isn't Chansey. But Chansey, we were just talking to Chansey. Yeah, it's the same, it's Chansey. Yeah. So we just talked to Chansey, but I think Chansey is many walls. Yeah. Oh, we're so close to leveling up now. 60 XP.
Beware the crunch.
What does that mean? Constitution just warned me. Uh-oh. Constitution only speaks when he needs to speak. Do we have anything to get back level 2 spells? Yeah, we do. Let's just get back 1 level 2 spell. Got that sinking feeling. Please don't step on the literal human skulls. Okay, thank you, dexterity. What happens if I do, though? Yes. Cave paintings? Strange markings cover the cave walls. Painted in faded pigments. Humanoid figures. Simple, primitive. Red and white against the dark stone. Multiple figures depicted across several faces. Examine the paintings. You step closer and inspect them. The style is... it's unsettling. Crude stick figures, circular heads. Arms spread wide. Some kind of ritual or dance? Count the figures. You scan across the wall. 3 distinct figures, each with a unique design. They look human. They do. Humanoid at least. 2 arms, 2 legs, round head. The style's too simple to determine species. Snell, your people ever make art like this? Goblins? We weren't even out of the continent when these were made. My guess would be pre-fade, maybe? Analyze the painting's origins. Come on. How many shards are we willing to burn here? They are old, but let's guess. Alright, let's try again. Come on, big roll, big roll. Maybe we try equip some gear? Let's try equip some gear. Let's try now. Bingo. Play the figures carefully. Pigments, the style, the preservation. It's not white mane nor snailfolk origin. The paintings predate them. What? Yeah. Before the Fade era. At the earliest, these should have dated the Gate Wars? Long before recorded human history. They do look quite alien. What are those creatures supposed to be even? They could be depictions of the forgotten beasts of yore. Beasts of yore is a term for those creatures invited by yore during the Gate era. Essentially a term for the extremely old and ancient creatures across the coast. A folk type or higher being connected with yore? Though the less exciting answer would be they are rare aberrations depicted by whatever people inhabited Askin before the Tool and Katal. I choose to believe that these are super interesting alien artwork that just happens to be left here below the city. Right. Put away your sketches and leave. What did I have here instead? I wonder if it's just better to have. +1 strength. Oh no, it's +3 strength. Do I need the extra charisma? Charisma and wisdom. Is that wisdom buffing me if I take that off? I still +2 wisdom. And still +2 charisma. So then I can throw this in for extra int. Big int buff. Yeah. Is there any wisdom I can grab somewhere? I need some wisdom. Just gonna throw my charisma to 6. Now 20 on charisma. I wish there was some easy wisdom to grab. There's still one more rat to find too somewhere. Man, why am I so invested in this fucking game? $30 XP. 30 XP and we can use talk with them. Oh, here's the thing. What's this? Trifle? Oh, that's nice. Maybe I can talk to him and get something out of him? A lot of rain today, what do you think we should do? About the rain? No, what should we do today? Oh, right. Good question. We have a few good clues if you ask me. Local Asgars did hang out at the tea shop a lot. They could very well know something about our unfortunate elf. Maybe you could try to make contact? I know they've got some members living in the halls. Time to go knock on some doors. He shudders loudly. You do that. I'll be back up. Why are you scared of mushrooms? I'm not. But the mushroom lady said you were. He takes a deep breath. Okay. Fine. I don't like them. They're freaky and mushy. They smell like mold. Just plain don't like him. He's talking like a scared child. But I'm not taking questions on it, so... Anything else you want to ask, or can we go?
You want to sleep in the tower with me?
I'm good.
He means it. He's truly good aligned.
Such a goody gold grove.
Is it because the tower's nasty or because you don't want to have a slumber party with me?
He thinks about it for a second. Then says 20% number 1, 80% number 2. I see. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll enjoy that tower as long as she isn't there. Oh, do you have something against my celestial roommate? First of all, that's a very funny sentence. Secondly, no, I don't. Just be careful, is all I'm saying. Don't want someone powerful like her on your bad side. Good advice. As usual, Snell. It works. Doesn't ruin your weapons. Despawn your character. Let you fall through the floor. Kill you every 2 minutes. How do you go, so? Right, yeah, exactly. Ooh, a hat. Fancy hat. A yellow hat. Grab smooth fabric.
It feels expensive.
Your companion looks around, bead of sweat rolling down his brow. Now Frank, son of Frank, must have been through here. Keep an eye open. It's yours now. What? Where can I equip the hat? Okay. That's a zombie. That's getting up. Is that my last 15 XP? Esoteric lockpick. This is too good of loot. Something's about to happen. Dungeon continues far to the east, the west part of Tolsted. Go that way, maybe? That's it? Maybe I come back when I have Speak with Dead. A sinking feeling appears to your right.
Your gut. It sees death.
The goblin jolts to the side. Cleric this! Huh? You... Oh no.